Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here. Today was another spectacular weather day, but we're tracking the threat for additional severe weather as we head through Friday and even as we head into Saturday. This is a look at the SPC outlook for Friday. It shows a marginal risk covering most of the viewing area, but we also have a slight risk and even an enhanced risk covering part of our region. The greatest threat for severe weather will be to our north and east as we head through Friday afternoon and evening, but we could see a strong storm or two develop across our region, so we want you to be aware of that. Then as we look towards Saturday, we have not only an enhanced risk covering part of our region, but even a moderate risk covering our eastern parishes for Saturday. Now, fortunately for us, most of the storm activity will be around in the morning into the early afternoon. After that time, storms are forecast to likely intensify farther to the east, but because we still have this moderate risk in our region, we want you to keep your guard up and expect showers and storms earlier in the day on Saturday before things start to quiet down for Saturday late afternoon and evening. Now, this is a look at tonight, 10 p.m. Clouds start to push into our region. We'll have clouds as we head throughout the night. It'll be a mix of clear skies and some clouds before we see more clouds to start the day on Friday. We'll start out with those temperatures in the low 60s as well, so it will be a warm start to the day. But as we head throughout the afternoon, while we don't see a lot of activity showing up in this particular forecast model, we are keeping an eye out for isolated severe storms as we head throughout the afternoon and evening, and we'll definitely have the warmth out there. On top of that, it'll be fairly windy. We'll have winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour, potentially even higher than that, so it'll be a warm and windy day. The front, though, that brings us a threat for severe weather, it lingers across our region as we head throughout the overnight, and then it sets the stage for more storm activity as we head towards Saturday morning. I mentioned we're expecting more activity in the morning into the early afternoon, and that may work out in our favor because the atmosphere won't have time to warm up enough. With that being said, we'll be watching for some strong to severe storms as early as 7 and 8 a.m. We'll see more of that activity as we head toward 9 a.m. And then by the time we get to lunchtime, we'll be wrapping up with the worst of the weather. A lot of this moisture will continue to push east. And by the time we get to 4 p.m., we should enjoy temperatures in the low 80s, if not upper 70s, with plenty of sunshine. So we just have a short window of severe weather Saturday morning. Keep that in mind. Here's a look at how much rain could accumulate from now through Saturday night. Some areas could pick up anywhere from a half inch to a little more than an inch of rain. I suspect some of the heaviest rain will be in place across our eastern parishes, but it looks like the farther north and west you go, the drier it'll be. Places like El Dorado may end up missing out on storm activity for Friday and even into Saturday. Now, this is a look at Friday. Again, moisture setting up. This is our GFS model. It's a lower resolution model, so showing more precipitation out there than what we'll actually see. But again, we'll be tracking storms moving or developing across our region, with more of that activity extending farther to the north. On top of that, then as we head towards Saturday, we'll see the backside of the storm system still nearby, keeping rain and storm chances out there. One thing that is helping storms or bringing us the threat for storms is really a strong dynamic atmosphere. We'll have a lot of wind out there, a lot of upper level energy, and all of that will support storm activity on Friday and Saturday. But fortunately, by Sunday, we will start to dry out, and then we'll stay dry as we head into St. Patrick's Day. Now, this is the plan for this evening. We'll notice a few more clouds out there. Temperatures will eventually fall into the low 70s and then 60s as we head throughout the overnight. But temperatures at the moment, we are sitting at 85 degrees. That's the warmest we've been all year, really, since late last year. So if you are a fan of warmth, we have it out there right now, and we'll still stay fairly warm over the next several days, even with rain chances around. Here's a look at temperatures across the rest of the region. We're 86 degrees in El Dorado, 80 degrees in Tallulah, 82 degrees in Natchez, 87 degrees in Natchitoches, almost 90 degrees in Shreveport. We have a lot of warmth out there. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy it. Also know we have some other concerns I'll mention in just a second. Now, this is a look at satellite radar. We are clear right now across Louisiana, but tonight's clouds are currently moving across Texas, and those clouds will eventually move in as we head throughout the overnight. Now, I mentioned some of the other concerns. We have to talk about the high levels of allergens in the air. They'll be high not only for the rest of today, but also into Friday, into Saturday and Sunday, and they'll likely stay high as we head into next week as well. So if you are an allergy sufferer, hang in there. Unfortunately, it'll be tough over the next couple of days. On top of that, we're tracking the lunar eclipse that's forecast to take place tonight, or will take place tonight. It'll peak right around 2 a.m., but because of the cloud cover, it may make it difficult to see the actual lunar eclipse taking place, but you'll notice the moon with a reddish color once that lunar eclipse is in full effect. That'll be the glow from the earth and also from some of the longer wave light from the sun. But here's a look at the temperatures for tonight. Temperatures down to 61 degrees, partly cloudy and warm. And tomorrow we're talking about storm chances being out there later in the day as temperatures reach the low 80s. We'll talk more about Saturday's severe weather concerns tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in then.